Hey guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you guys came back to play. Yeah, I see all the things going off in the
Welcome,
chat. So
Debbie's
thank you
Crafting Corner.
guys. Yeah, little rascal is also talking to me too. How are you guys doing? Well, welcome in. We do have a special guest in the green room right now. So I'm hoping
Welcome,
that you
Cherry
guys are
Cookie.
going to give him lots and lots of love. So thank you so much. For you guys who are new here, I'm Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. And this month we are doing a celebration for a couple of things. First, my birthday. I am one more year above ground, so that's a good thing, right? And the other thing is I just finished up 8,000 subscribers on YouTube. I am so excited that you guys have stuck around and subscribed to my channel and keep coming back for more. I have a lot of fun with you guys. So I have been doing a live stream almost every single day this month, and I've been lucky enough to have some really fabulous guests on. And we do have a bunch of folks in the chat. So just so you know, there is a caution tape at the bottom that the chat may take over the stream, which I'm hoping you'll be a little bit more courteous this time than, say, if Ronan were here. But I'm hoping that you'll be a little courteous to Evan that we have got waiting for us. Evan is with Scorch Marker, and we've got a bunch of fun products. He's going to take you through basically the basics of all the things. So I've tried to explain it. He's going to do a much better job of explaining how everything works. And we're going to do a couple of projects together. So he's going to do a project. I'm going to do something different because I don't have what he's using. But that doesn't mean I can't do it. Anyway, we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and introduce him. So let's go ahead and get over there into the thing. So let me go ahead and bring him on for you guys. Got a little welcome. So let's welcome Evan from Scorch Marker. Okay, welcome in, Evan. By the way, I didn't warn you. I have effects and things that go up on my screen. So yeah, they kind of go crazy. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Okay, I can't hear. Oh, I know why I can't hear you. And they can't hear you because I didn't unmute it. Okay, now they can hear you. Yay!
Welcome, Tarspus, too.
So thank you so much for popping in. I'm going to go ahead and put you up solo so you can introduce yourself. Because these people, some of them may have met you before, but many of them may not have. Most of them are paper crafters. And what I want to do is kind of, yes, exactly. I want to connect paper crafters along to Scorch Marker because we can use a lot of the same stuff for both types of projects. So let you introduce yourself.
Welcome, Danielle_Vegas. Welcome, Auntie Cootie.
Possibly, and they just told me that they haven't heard a word you said. I am so sorry. I've been working on my audio, and every time I do anything, something goes wrong. So, talk again. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's not on your end. It is definitely on my end.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'll be patient.
So, okay. They still can't hear it. What the heck? Let me push another button and see if that helps. Sure. It may or may not. I fixed everything like a week ago. Okay, Ruth says okay now. Great.
Now?
So, guys, I was having Evan introduce himself, and apparently it didn't work. It would not be a Debbie J stream if something didn't go wrong. We always have the tech gremlins. It happens.
Okay, but it sounds like they can hear me now.
Yes, they can hear you now. Yay!
Oh, wonderful. That's okay. I'll just say it again. It was super fun anyway. So first of all, I need to start by saying that Debbie's like a celebrity to me. I see her at these conventions and I feel so honored to be on her live stream with all of you. It's going to be so fun. But long story short, my name's Evan. I invented the Scorch Marker and Scorch Paint, and as you know, paper is made out of wood. So our stuff also works on paper. I've actually done a little bit of paper crafting, but I'm nowhere near as skilled as you guys. So I'm a beginner that's going to be showing you some basic stuff. But my goal today is to get you excited and show you another way you might be able to craft, another way that you might be able to make something for somebody or sell a project at a craft fair or on your Etsy store. Just, it's easy, it's simple. And honestly, I think it's a ton of fun. And at the end, I'll share a coupon code with you that I've made specially for Debbie that I'm going to make live right after the stream, just in case anybody wants to try stuff out, whatever. But we'll get into that later. So everybody can still hear me, right, Debbie?
So far, so good. And
All
thank
right,
you
cool.
so much for that. I was not expecting the coupon code thing, but thank you. That is super awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
we got so many lovely ladies in here. We got to take care of them. Come on.
I know. Yeah, we do have a bunch of folks in here. I love all my folks. They keep on coming back. And yeah, I'm the one that feels like I'm with a celebrity. I'm watching all of you do a ton of TikToks. Oh my
I
God.
do.
A ton. A ton. I'm
Yeah.
learning so much all the time from you. You would not believe it.
When we put out about 400 videos a month, it's crazy.
I don't know how you do that. It's hard enough for me just to try to go live every day.
I know going live is way harder than what I do. Not gonna lie. But regardless, how about we jump into it? Is that cool?
Okay,
You want to do it?
fabulous. Go ahead. And I think I still want to have you like taking up most of the screen. I'm going to see if I can find that setting I did a minute ago to have it so that I'm little and you're got. See, I want you
Take your time.
there. Come on. It's not doing what I'm telling it to do. There we go. Now I will be, come on. There.
There we go.
Now you will be main
Love
screen
it.
and I'll be off to the side and you get to show us what you're doing.
All right, cool. Let's talk about it. Because what I have in front of me is a walnut cutting board. We're all familiar with the wood that we buy in stores, craft stores, etc. And we're gonna turn this into a personalized cutting board in less than 15 minutes together, and it's gonna be really cool. So
I
ultimately,
mean,
what we're gonna
look
end
at
up
all the
with,
stuff behind him. I mean, oh my God, your wall, your project. I
yeah,
love that your project wall.
it's a lot of our customer artwork. I like to buy their projects. It's fun. So the stuff we're going to be talking about today is actually a wood burning liquid activated by heat. And it comes in many forms. It comes in a marker, it comes in a paint, and I'm just going to run through the process so we can end up making really cool, detailed wood items like this in a very short amount of time. And I don't know if you've experienced this too, but it takes a long time to craft. The weeding, the prep, the
Hmm.
doing it. Oh, takes forever. And a lot of our customers really like to sell their stuff online or, at craft fairs and whatnot. And so our whole goal is to make things easier and faster. And you're going to get to see it right now. So let me open up this cutting board. This works on all wood, by the way. So it doesn't have to be walnut or anything special. Um, I try to stay away from some of that cheaper craft wood, Dollar Tree stuff. But nonetheless, everything still works. So what I'm going to show you is how to transform a plain old cutting board like this into something magical and fun. But the first step, as you know, is the prep work. I see Debbie has one of our sanding kits.
Yep.
This is the same one that we have in our store. I specially designed these with a bunch of different grits of sandpaper and a really nice Velcro handle because sanding sucks and I want it to be easy.
And
So
when
what
he
I'm
says a
doing,
bunch, yeah, it's a
Mhm.
bunch.
right?
And they're all ones that are they're Velcro attachments. So it's so cool. But it's a bunch of them that come in the kit.
I use them all the time in my wood shop and everything else. So what you're going to see me doing right here is sanding the wood. This is the prep step. Really important to do. And if you'll notice something, the grain goes this direction and you want to sand with the grain. However, the wood slice that Debbie's working on right now,
This doesn't have a grain. Not at
right?
least not a vertical or horizontal. It's
That's
circular.
right.
Circular.
And so you can sand any way you want on those. But on boards like this, you kind of want to follow the grain. It helps keep the scratches less visible. And so that's all I'm doing. I'm just busting off some of those little hairs that stick up on wood, getting the surface nice and smooth, because I want our stencils to stick and I want the design to come out crisp and clean. So now that we've got it sanded, I typically go up to about 240 grit, get it nice and smooth. You can go smoother if you want. It's all up to you. Just do a little bit, at least in the beginning, so it's nice and smooth like this. Then I'm going to take a paper towel and just wipe off some of that dust because dust doesn't play well with adhesive.
True. We know that.
Yes, we do. Now, you can use vinyl stencils, mylar stencils, which I know you're familiar with. But if you don't want to apply the pixie spray and make it all sticky and whatnot, the vinyl can work great, or even the adhesive backed mesh stencils. And that's what we're going to be working with a little bit today. I actually made a few for the live stream. So now that our board is nice and sanded and smooth, I'm going to show you one extra step that I like to do. We have a wood pre-treatment. This is a clear liquid that goes on top of wood that will prevent any fuzzy lines or bleeding or wicking. So you get that nice crisp, dark design. It's a super cool thing. It's like a very clear liquid, totally non-toxic, made with all food ingredients. And I just grab a paintbrush and I just brush it onto the wood. Now, when you're working with a coaster like Debbie is, you can skip this step. The wood grain goes up and down, and so the chances of having bleeding or fuzzy lines, next to none. But because I'm working on this really long, porous walnut wood grain, I'm going to apply a little bit just to make sure our design comes out perfect.
And that's
And this
something that
is,
I need to get because I don't have it yet.
yeah, I'll send you some.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
I gotta send you our new marker too, Debbie. We finally, after
Oh, the
5
one
years
that
of
we were
hard work.
the one we were talking about at Creativation, the fine tip.
So this one is just like our original, but it's got an updated formula, branding,
Oh,
packaging.
wow.
It took me
Awesome.
5 years to fix it. 5 long years, and I finally cracked the code. So I'm gonna have to get
Fabulous.
some in your hands. You're gonna love them. Now, I like to use the marker for things like vinyl stencils and handwritten designs.
Yeah.
But when it comes to mesh, I use the paste. It just goes on so quick and works so well. So we're going to do both today, and I'm going to show you how both of them work. So I've got the board pretty much coated with the pre-treatment, and all we're going to do next is we're going to dry it. It dries really fast. So what I'm using is our heat gun. All heat guns are pretty much equal. We specially designed this one to be perfect for our products. But if you don't have ours, you can get another one. And what I'm doing is I'm just heating it up a little bit and drying the pre-treatment. It's going to make everything look really good. And you can see it's drying really fast.
I do love the gun.
It's my favorite. We got the nozzle on there, and we put a lot of R&D into it to make it work just really well. That's part of our ethos. Make crafting easier. Because, I mean, the end goal, right, is to finish that project and show it to somebody we love and hear them say, oh my God, that is so good. I can't believe you made that.
Okay, so Myrna is asking, is the new marker available now?
Yes, it is. It's available
Fabulous.
as of like a couple of days ago. Now, the
Okay.
image on the website will look like the old one, but we
Okay.
are only shipping new products. So don't be
Okay,
dissuaded
great.
by the imagery.
So the affiliate links that are down in the description, guys, do go to the website, and if you go and shop for anything on the site, it still gives me that little bit of credit that all affiliate links do. You guys know how they work. So that means you'll be able to go and find that specific new marker that I didn't know was there yet. So it's not in the supply list. Sorry about that.
Nope, it was, and that's totally my fault. It just happened that way. I was so excited to get it out there. I was like, we don't even have the images yet. I'm still uploading them and working on them, but we got to get it out there.
Yeah, that is
But
perfect.
regardless, it's going to be a ton of fun. And I promise you'll get it. Debbie's link has everything in there. Now, we have a couple of different stencils, and I'm going to let you guys choose. So we have 4 we're going to choose from. Let's narrow it down to 2, and then we'll pick the top one. The first is a reindeer Christmas. The second is just like some floral patterns that we can
that's
do on
pretty.
the bottom. And then I made 2 custom stencils. This is like a bee design with some really complex antique filigree.
I think I saw a short video where you made that one. Is
Yeah.
that the one you did on video? Oh yeah.
Yep. And then this one, I've only tested it, but we haven't used it yet on the cutting board. And I was considering that. So of the 2, do we want to go, let's narrow it down to either Christmas and floral or the blue ones. What do you guys think?
So far we have one person saying reindeer, one person saying bee, and thank you, Ruth. I did not know that. Reindeer. So far, more people are asking for the reindeer.
Let's do the reindeer then.
Fabulous.
All right, perfect. I think this stencil came from, Chalk Couture. Yep, I like those guys. They have great mesh stencils. We don't sell mesh stencils yet. We will one day, but in the meantime, Chalk Couture is the go-to. Theirs is the best.
Perfect.
So we've got the stencil design picked out. The next step, all we have to do is peel off the backing, and then we're going to stick it on our design, just like this. I'm going to find a nice, good spot in the middle. All right, that looks really good. Like right. Let's bump it up just a tiny bit. Oops, moved it. We're almost there. Yeah, such is crafting life, right?
Absolutely.
All right, that looks pretty decent. We're gonna get it right there. And then what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna grab my handy little roller. Oh, let me grab it from over here. Perfect. Now you can use your hands. You can use a squeegee. You can use whatever you use to press stuff down. I just have fallen in love with these rollers. And one of the
Oh
things I
yeah,
really
brayers are
stress,
awesome. Brayers are
yes,
awesome.
thank you, Brayer. Help me out here. As you can tell,
It's
I'm
the
a
same
novice.
thing. It's the same thing.
I like to press from the inside towards the outside, just like when you're folding creases,
Hmm.
because you get less bubbles, less distortion. So I work my way from the inside towards the outside, and I just press things down, just like that. That's looking pretty good. I love these mesh stencils too. They're so easy to use. So here's what we're gonna do. Now that the stencil's pressed down tight and there's no air bubbles, I'm gonna grab our Scorch paint. And this stuff is brand new. We came out with it
Welcome,
this
Melsawa.
year, and it is fantastic. This is a wood burning paint. It's really thick and liquidy, but if you stir it up, it'll get thin and become paintable. However, today we're gonna use a little silicone brush, like a little
Yeah,
scraper.
mine is definitely kind of thick. It's like
Yep.
I didn't know if it was where I let it sit too long or if it was supposed to do that. I was thinking
Yep.
it was
All you have
probably
to do is
supposed to
stir
do
it
that.
up.
Okay, so
Yep.
I've noticed that you've been using the silicone brushes, and I was thinking, I think I have something that my mother in law gave me at some point in time. So I went and grabbed some.
Great.
And I think it's what like, they called it a color shaper. Is this the same kind of thing that you're using? I'm thinking.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so I think that'll work better than me possibly ruining a regular brush.
Yeah. Oh, it'll wash out of a regular brush too. Totally safe. Just with a
Cool.
little bit of water, so you don't have to worry about ruining any brushes. I just like the scraper because it spreads a thin layer across it and it's a little bit faster. But a brush works too. So I'm just grabbing the paste and I'm just scraping it over the design. I'm not trying to build it up and make a thick layer. I just want a nice thin, even coating. And so I just keep scraping it across, grab a little more, scrape it across, and it goes on really, really well.
Perfect. So I do want to welcome in Miss Mel Say What. She says, hello, just joining. I'm glad I did.
Hey,
What is going on here? Tell me everything. I need this in my life.
oh, this is going to be so
We
fun.
we are playing with okay, I don't know if you want to call it playing. I'm calling it playing. We're playing with Scorch paint. This is going to make wood burning things like these. This is what I did on a live stream recently.
Hmm.
Like this one was with a I used vinyl and used a cutting die to make my own stencil. Just out of
Love it.
vinyl. Yeah.
Love it.
And these are some older ones that I used the when I got my first Scorch pen. These are some
Yep.
older ones that I made.
So you can see how I just scraped it across like that?
Oh,
It's
that's
just a
gorgeous.
thin, even layer. Like, doesn't look like much now, but wait till I peel this off. But before we peel the stencil off, I like to do one extra thing and lay a paper towel down across it and use my brayer to absorb some of that extra paint. And what this does is it makes it nice and even and also gets rid of the extra. If you use too much scorch paint, it can like bubble and create a little bit of a crust. So you see how I got all that extra off there? This
Yeah,
is an
and if you
important
don't
step.
get the stencil down well, if it doesn't stick down well, you can definitely have it go underneath. And we do that with
Yes.
regular stencils, and it's not fun. It's
No.
just not.
Oh, it's
But this
so
is going to help
disappointing
you
when that
get a more
happens.
perfect result.
Yep. Nice, thin, even layer. You just need a tiny little bit on the surface of the wood. You don't need a
Which
ton.
means that a jar
So,
is going to last a long time.
oh, it lasts a long time. I've used this probably on 25 projects already. I'm not even halfway through.
Oh, wow.
All right, here we go. Here's the reveal. I'm gonna peel this off for the camera,
That is so pretty.
right? And there
And
you have
you
it.
can see that I'm going to bring you up bigger just for a second.
Hmm.
Because you can see there's some leaves down at the bottom that is like a real fine detail, and that shows through with that
It
stencil.
does. It really does.
Fabulous. Yes.
Right. And so it looks pretty cool now, but wait until the next step. Because what's really great about Scorch Paint is that it's heat activated. You don't have to use a soldering iron or learn a new skill or spend a bunch of money on a $250 piece of hot metal.
Yeah.
Just grab a heat gun from your hardware store or even Harbor Freight for $10. and this will activate and burn directly into the wood. So
Yeah,
I've
the
got it on the
first
high
one I
setting.
used was my husband's from his workshop because this you do need something that's going to be hotter than our embossing gun. Our embossing gun doesn't get
Right.
as hot as a full-fledged one like that.
Oh, I would agree. And so as I'm applying heat, I'm keeping the tip of the heat gun about 2 inches away from the surface, and I'm just slowly heating it up. And it's causing a chemical reaction with the wood fibers, and it's actually burning them. But it's not just burning them; it's creating like a food safe, like totally non-toxic surface that you can absolutely use in your kitchen if you don't have to. But so it's on a table. I will say that. So here's what's really interesting about this stuff. We can see that as I heat it up, it's going from red to blue to black. And we've designed the scorch paint to give you a color indication of when you've heated it enough. And so what we want is we want everything to look like this side right here. So we just keep applying even heat until it all burns into the wood.
And that was something I didn't realize when I used it for the first time. It's like, why is this turning blue? I thought I was doing something wrong because I didn't know. It's like it's a good idea to do a little bit of research and find out the things.
Yeah, we started including direction sheets that explain all of it now, so everybody can have an easily accessible little printed cutout. Because I agree with you. I couldn't agree more. And yes, I
Elizabeth is
am
saying that is
intentionally
so
doing research.
awesome.
It's so fun. Like, just think
Yeah.
about the possibilities of being able to mass produce projects for people for the holidays. Like, this would take forever with a soldering iron.
Oh yeah.
And yes, paper works too. I've used it a ton on cardstock to make custom cards.
Well, I did do one experiment on some craft cardstock because I thought this is probably going to burn. And it didn't
Mhm.
burn. It just did that dark marking from one of the pens. It's like, oh my god! So I just drew,
Yep.
and then one of these crazy people in my chat, I gave away cards that day, and they wanted that one too. So I don't even have it anymore. So
I
somebody
love
out
that you
there
gave it
has that.
away. Now, I did make some mistakes intentionally on this because I really want to show you how we fix them. And like, it's so simple. But as you can see, this design is totally heated up now. And this is permanently burned into the wood. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, that is fabulous.
The detail is crisp, it's sharp, it's so fun. But if you look really closely, you can see right there, oops, I made a tiny mistake. But let me show you how to fix that real quick. In
Evan
fact,
doesn't
yeah.
make mistakes. What?
Oh my gosh, you'd be so surprised at all the mistakes this guy makes. All right. So normally I'll just use like a little scraping tool, a little razor blade, a little X-Acto knife. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tip of this and I'm just going to scrape. This also works with sandpaper too. So the burn will be permanent enough to, or it's permanent, but it's also, you can sand it away if you make a mistake.
So it's pretty
So like if I hit,
superficial still.
it's still superficial. Unlike a wood burning tool where it's going to make a bunch of indents in your wood, trap food and bacteria, it's also really hard to fix mistakes when you're wood burning traditionally. It's real tough. Normally I'd use more of a flat blade, but I don't have one handy in front of me, so I'm just using this the best I can. And there we go. Another option would be to take a small piece of sandpaper from your sanding kit and just kind of fold it up a little bit. And then you can get in here and sand away and clean up any mistakes you might have made, or if you like accidentally scrape the paint outside the stencil, things like that. And you can see it's pretty much fixed. And there we go. Now,
Fabulous.
a lot of times too, like you'll run into like little areas where you're like, oh, the paint didn't go there. I need to fix it. I grab a little paintbrush like this and I just dip it into the scorch paint. And I come in here and I just clean up some of the lines. Real simple stuff. I'll just paint a little bit on right here and right here. And then I go back in with my hot air gun and I heat it up again and it completely disappears. So mistakes are fixable, especially it's important for someone like me who makes a ton of them. But I'm learning with every project I get a little bit better. One of these days, it's going to look like I know what I'm doing. But right now, the products are totally carrying me. And boom, done.
So
We've got
Mona
our
is
wood burn
saying
designs.
it much easier than the old wood burning ones.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now,
Exactly.
a lot of times, like for this holiday season, I'm going to be giving these away. I want to give them as gifts to people. So we're going to flip it over to the back, and I'm going to grab our Scorch Marker that looks just like this. I'm going to just lightly sand just to prep and get any surface contaminants off the wood. And I'm going to sign it, because why not? That's good. I don't think I need to sand a ton for this one. I'm just going to wipe
And
away some of that
Elizabeth is
dust.
saying, nice. I like the idea of tuning the design. I don't know if she meant tuning or turning. I think she said tuning.
Right, exactly. All right, so this one is we're going to grab our Scorch Marker. You know what? I'm going to take a fresh one out of the package and show you exactly what it looks like. So I've got a paper towel here, and there's a reason for that. When you take your Scorch Marker out of its packaging, and it should look just like this one, you'll notice that there is a bullet tip on the front that has no liquid in it. That's
Mm-hmm.
because we have to push it down and prime it. But in the backside, if you take off the cap, there's a brush. And if you want to dip a paintbrush in there, you totally can. Totally cool. Works great. So I open up the marker and I take the tip and I press it down on the paper towel and just hold it there for a few seconds and let the liquid flood into the tip. It works great. So I just press it a few times, and as you can see, it's starting to saturate the tip right there. So it's working. Now, if it's going a little slow, you can always open up the back real quick to let a little air in,
Mm-hmm.
and then it will prime much faster. But we're looking pretty good. You can see here, it's making a little dot on the paper towel. So I'm just going to press it down a little bit more, flood the tip, and get it nice and saturated, just like you would with a paint marker. And then I'm just going to kind of dab away some of that excess. And now we're set up and ready to go. Just try not to use too much. So I'm going to write a big, in my terrible handwriting, thank you, Debbie, from Evan. Now, if you want to put a vinyl stencil on there and use your marker, please do. It works great with stencils. But I thought a little personalized handwriting would work well on the back. And as soon as the marker's applied, I just grab the heat gun and I heat it up. And that's going to create a non-toxic burn directly into the wood, completely personalized. A lot of people like to use this to commemorate retirement parties, people who are giving gifts, special cutting boards for special events. Like they'll have like 20 or 30 people sign the back, write a little message.
Like we did at Creativation.
Yep. At our
That was
wedding, we
awesome.
had everyone sign Jenga blocks. And so we have a Jenga block set
Oh,
that has
wow.
personalized messages from everyone. And so there's a lot of application methods with the Scorch Marker. But as you can see, it's done. It's permanent, it's heated up, and it is burned into the wood. So this, we have the design on the front and a little signature on the back. Now, of course, it wouldn't be complete if you didn't seal your project. I know how everybody feels about sealing. And so one of the things that we suggest you do after completing a design like this is to seal it with some finishing oil. Now, we've created a food safe finishing oil. It's made with coconut oil and a few
Oh,
essential
cool.
oils, so it smells really good, but it's totally safe for food contact. This is one of our things that we want to keep it all safe for the body, safe for people. So I take a little oil and I pour it over the top of the wood, and I grab a paper towel and I spread it around. And this will help protect the design, make the wood grain pop, and give you that finished shine, much like some of the projects you see in front of me. Oh, it smells so good. I wish there was smell-o-vision on this live stream. You'd love it. All right. And that's it. Just wipe a little finishing oil on there. Then we'll do the back. See how the design just popped. I love it. Gives it that shine, makes it look professional, and it also smells fantastic.
Awesome.
Come down there, we'll do the edges. A little goes a long way too, so that finishing oil will last you a while. And you can use it on your utensils, your cutting boards, everything to restore that stuff in your kitchen that's getting a little beat up.
Oh,
That's
cool.
what I do, at least.
Ruth
Boom.
is saying, I like the ability to personalize quickly. Myrna Colon is saying, great gift. Mel Say What says, I'm about to snag some supplies for the 4th of July festival in town. It will take me that long to make all of the products. It's a huge turnout. So she's excited about all the things to be able to make a bunch of stuff for 4th of July.
Right? That's going to be so fun. Whether it's
Yes.
coasters, name tags, placeholders, all designs. I've seen some people get really creative with our stuff. Way more creative than me.
So Lisa is asking, what is the name of the oil?
It's called our cutting board oil or finishing oil. On Amazon, it should say cutting board oil, but we call it our finishing oil. 3
Right.
ingredients, very simple, works really well.
Plus, down in the description, when you go to the Scorch Marker website using my link, you'll be able to find all of the things right there. And Evan's got he's got a lot more information there too.
Oh
Does
yeah,
that
we've got a
does
ton
that
of
tell you
stuff.
I've been kind of stalking your website a little bit?
Nothing would make me happier, Debbie.
And Mel says that she's going to be making other things in the interim, especially for her family. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I made some stuff for my grandma this week, made some stuff for my mom. I got her in the craft room here with me to experiment with it. I actually put her to the test. I was like, here's a soldering iron, here's our scorch marker. I want you to play with both. Just give me your unfiltered thoughts. And oh, boy, did she struggle. Let me show you.
I was thinking you were saying she struggled to give you her thoughts, or
No, this is what her wood burning looked like right here with the
oh my
soldering iron. And then
goodness.
she did this in about a tenth of the time using a stencil.
Oh wow.
I was using it to experiment with a few different finishes, so that's why it looks this way. But all
Well,
that to
I'm
say,
proving right here that I can't even draw my name right. I messed up with my name, putting it on the back of my wood round. So I'm trying to sand all of that off. I'm getting
yep,
a lot of it off before I actually do the burning.
totally,
And that's the right order. It wasn't burn first and then sand it off. It's actually go ahead and sand it off first, right?
totally.
I'm okay, great.
Yep. So she made this recently too, just a little Daisy the cow, one of those
Oh, that's
Highland cows with
cool.
the long hair.
That is
Um,
too cool.
this one was done with a vinyl stencil on a piece of wood from the craft store. Thought it was really fun. And but the cool thing about the paint is that when you use those detailed stencils, look at the kitty hair. Like how you can't get that kind of detail with a vinyl stencil. Can't.
We had another good question. If I can find it again. Dina was asking, is that safe to wash? Any special kinds of cleaning?
So I would steer away from like hard scrubbing, but I would just use a regular sponge and a little soapy water, and you're totally safe. It'll last. I've got boards in my kitchen from 5 years ago, and the design is now starting to fade a little bit, but that's heavy
So
use.
hand wash is better than dishwasher.
Definitely, definitely
Okay.
hand wash. Yeah. And then after it's dry, you can apply a little bit more oil to help protect it, saturate it, and make it last a little longer. But this should last a minute. It'll last a while, a couple years.
That is too cool.
I know, right? So fun. And then a lot of people hang them up in their kitchen and things like that. You know, those cooks that love getting cutting boards. Yeah, it's a ton of fun. And that's kind of what it looks like. You can use it on all different types of woods too. Like I have a Christmas ornament right here, much like what Debbie was doing. I just attached a little screw eye thing and put some string on it, and it turned out
Yep.
great. Personalized ornaments for the holidays, hang them on the tree, do them with the kids, the grandkids.
Absolutely. I
Yeah,
love those projects that you can do with the kids that they get to keep forever, or grandma and grandpa get to keep them all because they love everybody loves to have stuff from their grandkids especially.
I would agree. I would agree. Oh, here's a vinyl stencil one we did the other day with a marker. So you can see big, small, whatever you can imagine, you can pretty much wood burn and create.
Perfect.
It's fun.
Here's another good question. What's the difference between using the finishing oil and using the maker's magic stuff?
So the Maker's Magic, that's a great question. I think the finishing oil plays a lot better with the paint and wood. The Maker's Magic is a fantastic glue and sealer, but I don't recommend using it on the paint until we release the next version of it.
Okay.
Yeah, the Maker's Magic is a fantastic glue and sealer. I use it a lot on puzzles, gluing things things together, leather, fabric, things like that. Specifically, glitter ornaments. Instead of using things
I
like
was just telling
polyacrylic.
Elizabeth we have to do that this winter.
Yeah, these are really fun. So don't use the Maker's Magic with the Scorch Marker and Scorch Paint yet.
Okay.
We have a new version that is very compatible and works really well with it. But right now, I don't suggest it.
Perfect. That it's
Otherwise, you'll
probably
make
going to
stuff like
explain
this.
the result I wound up getting on a couple of things that I made. It kind of changed the color of the wood in a way that I wasn't expecting.
Yes, and that's the issue we ran into as well. And so I'm like, okay, we got to fix this. So we went to the lab and we reformulated it to completely solve that problem. And in a month or two, we'll be releasing that new formula that will play nicely with everything.
Elizabeth is saying, I need some of that Maker's Magic stuff for my ornaments. Yes.
Uh, it's
Yes, you
great. You
do.
just pour it in and swirl it around, empty it
Yep.
out, and then you pour in some glitter. Give it a shake.
Yeah, I've made
It's way
glitter
more
ornaments
affordable than
before, but
polyacrylic.
yeah, I've used polyacrylic before for mine. But yeah, I need, yeah, I'm glad I have a bunch of that. Yes, I need to make
Yeah,
more. Ruth says, only used on wood and paper, or can you scorch other materials too?
it's a great question. Yes, you can scorch other materials: canvas, denim, paper. I said canvas, felt
Oh,
even
yeah, that's
too.
right. I did see that you had done some denim. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and
I
if you have
told
a
you I've
heat
been
press,
stalking.
it'll work. I love
Wait,
it.
you can use it with a heat press?
Yes, you can. Scorch paint works great in the heat press.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so if you want to mess around with it, we've also noticed that you can use scorch paint on top of alcohol inks and some other like light paints too. Not to mention,
Wow.
you can tint it if you add a little mica powder in here. It
Oh
gives it
my
kind of a
God.
shiny look and makes it look a little holographic, which is very fun. But this is what an ornament, a clear ornament looks like with just Maker's Magic in it. I wanted to test it out and make sure it looked clear. But if you add glitter, you get stuff like this. Little Grinch too. That was fun. There's all kinds of fun things you can do with the ornaments.
Oh
So
yeah.
we're actually later today, Debbie, on our website, we're launching a jumbo ornament kit with a screw like this. It comes with 6 ornaments, Maker's Magic, a funnel, and a squeeze bottle, so you can make your own. And what's really great about these is they're giant. They're really hard to find. I was able to source them, but the top screws off, and you can put
Oh
pictures
wow.
or all kinds of cool stuff in here.
That's
These big
cool.
ones are fun.
Well, I do want to show you something that I was not expecting. I'm going to need to redo this one. I resanded and I just finished heating up the other side. This is one of the wood
Uh-huh.
rounds I got from you. This is what happened to the front. It's all red now. I have no
Oh
idea why.
no, no way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not worried about it. Like I said, I can make another one, but I have no idea why. But I figured you would probably. I'm trying to go and put the right button. I figured you would want to know.
Mm, yep.
So it's almost. I mean, I am in Florida, which means we've got humidity, and I can tell this is
Yeah.
warped, which means that a lot of
Yep.
the moisture came out of it. And that probably
Hmm.
did something there, but I have no idea how that happened.
Yeah. So what we've noticed is that when you heat one side of it, the moisture sits on the bottom. It'll evaporate off the
Yeah.
top, and the moisture will kind of wick down through the bottom, which can affect the design underneath. Now that will eventually go back to normal,
Okay.
but if you heat the other side up, it might fix it.
Well, I did heat this side up.
Oh, try the other
Yeah.
side. Let
So
me
it's
see.
where had it down on my glass
Yeah.
mat and was heating this side. And then when I turned it
Oh,
over,
it's a
this was
glass
wet.
mat.
This is a glass mat.
That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah, so it pushed some of that moisture out through the bottom, and then that moisture affected the design underneath and kind of pushed out from the wood grain.
Okay. If I heat this side, should it get rid of it or do
Yeah,
we know?
it should.
Okay. I'm going to try it.
Try
I'm
it.
experimenting. I like experimenting and we're always
Yeah.
learning new things. I mean, Elizabeth learned some new things about using
Hmm.
Artistry today. We just finished a live earlier on her channel where we were using Artistry Iron on Ink. You met Ashley at Creativation. So we were
She's
doing
great.
that. And, so today is all about making things with your crafty supplies that are
I love
permanent
it.
instead of just cards. That's what today is
Yeah,
all
and
about.
the new marker too should solve that problem, Debbie.
It is starting to get darker brown and it does look like some of the red is going away. So that is cool.
Yeah. If ever that happens to you and you notice that your design is fading a little bit or getting a little red, you can always just go back and apply heat.
Okay.
I have
Cool.
tested this on projects that are 2 years old. And I was like, oh, hold on a second here. That part wasn't heated all the way. Will it work if I go back 2 years later? Yes, it does. So
Well,
sometimes we
these were
just need a
done
little
quite a
extra
while
heat.
ago, and they are not nearly as dark. These were done with the Scorch pen, and this was probably 2 to 3 years ago. So I probably should go ahead and heat them up again, too, just to see.
Totally.
Because it
It'll
does
work.
look a little bit pink. I don't know if you can see that, but it does look a little
Yep.
bit pink. But these were just some rounds I got off of Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
they're
those are
not
tough.
they're not
Those are made out of
thick.
pine.
So that took care
Yeah,
of
those are
most of it. I'm
challenging
gonna
wood
let it
rounds to work
sit.
with.
I'm gonna let it sit.
Mhm.
I really loved how my ghost turned out this year, though.
It's super cute.
Yeah.
Super cute. So whether you're doing ornaments or coasters or whatever you want to try it on, that's the hardest part about the process is just knowing how much heat to apply. But I promise you will get it after you do it a few times. You'll notice the difference in the shades of the black that you get. And very easy just to go back and just apply a little extra heat.
Yeah, it is
Or
starting to get darker too. So, and these have been sitting here for at least a couple of years. I did this. I did some for a summit that I think was probably 3 years ago. So first
Great.
time I had touched Scorch pens at all, and my first one I just bought off of Amazon because it's like, oh, I haven't tried that yet.
Well, I'm going to send you a kit with a bunch of stuff that you can use. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Oh,
I'll make
thank
a note.
you. That is so sweet. Chat with Sassy. That's Elizabeth is saying, oh my God, I have Micah. I want to tint the stuff, but I need the stuff.
Yep. Just a
Well,
little squirt
Elizabeth,
paint.
here's another thing. Evan is giving away, as part of my month-long celebration, he's giving away 5 Scorch paints and 5 of the Gloss Maker's Magic. So we're going to have people winning that. You know how to enter, right, Elizabeth? So yeah, you can get in on the giveaway, and hopefully you will win some of that.
Absolutely. I'll ship them out this week to everybody.
Where I'm actually doing drawings like weekly, so it's going to be a couple of
Oh,
weeks
okay.
before the last ones. I think somebody won one this week. I'll have to look at my list again, but I will be messaging you as I get the
Great.
names and such as we go along. And the last one's going to be middle of December because I'm going out of town next week, so I'm not going to be live next week. So I'm letting them have an extra week of December to finish my celebration. So it's going to be fun.
I dig that. I'll take care of it.
You are awesome. I really, really do appreciate you being here. You mentioned something about a coupon code for these guys.
Yep. As soon as I get off this live stream, I'm going to run over to the computer and I'm going to set up the code D25. And so what that'll do is it will give you 25% off and free shipping. So in case anybody wants to make a purchase or they need something for the holidays later on, I'll leave it up until probably December or so.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Evan.
Yeah, I got you, Debbie.
Anything else you want? I'm going to probably stay on and chat with them a little longer too. Did you have anything else you wanted to do or chat about or tell them about? I know you
I just
are a
wanted to
busy
say-
man and you got lots of stuff to do.
Sure do. But I do want to say I really appreciate your time and inviting me on here to your lovely audience and letting me showcase some of this stuff. Our entire goal is just to make crafting easier with American-made crafting supplies. Like we just want to enable you to do what you want to do. Take a little piece of your heart and put it into your project, give it away, sell it, whatever you want. And so getting that opportunity with you today, Debbie, it made my day. So thank you so much for having
Oh,
me.
thank you. And you did say D25.
D25, super
Perfect.
simple. 3 letters. We're going to make it nice and easy. So you
They
can
were
use Debbie's
wanting to
link or-
confirm. Perfect. Thank you so much. I will add that into the description on my video as well. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. And they're
I'll go get
sending
that
a lot of
coupon code.
hearts up over the screen for you, by the way, if you don't see it.
Thanks. Thanks. I
And
really
they
appreciate it.
actually behaved. Usually there's a lot of noise and things happening, and they have behaved most of the time. Now we have pink hearts. Now we have a red heart. Okay, guys, put all your hearts in now while you have a chance.
You guys
So-
are great. Thank you.
So thank you again. You have a wonderful day, and if you need anything from me, you make sure you let me know.
I absolutely will, Debbie. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Have fun today.
Bye.
Bye.
So I hope that has been fun for you guys. Is there anything else that I can answer? Because I know a little tiny bit. I know just enough to be dangerous. But yeah, I think I'm going to try doing another one since I have the stuff out and since I kind of messed up the first one. But like he said, it is starting. Okay, y'all are going crazy. Like he said, it is starting. I was able to get that dark again. Oh, word of the day. That is a good question. Let me see what my bot said. So the word of the day today is gonna be... I don't like that one. I'm switching one up. This is the first one that I've actually wanted to switch. So today it's going to be bundle, because you're probably going to want one of the Scorch Marker bundles to get more than one thing, right? Tamara, that is a great question. This was the first live on my channel today. We were live at 1 o'clock with Elizabeth on her channel. There was not a word of the day for that, but we did make something fun. Elizabeth was working on her apron, and I made this. And this is a mouse pad that I made for my mother-in-law. It's going to be for her birthday.
Ho, ho, ho.
He started to answer the question and then we didn't. I will have to find out from him. So again, the word of the day is going to be bundle, and Mel is wanting to know, what does the word of the day do? So this month, because it is my birthday month and we are doing celebration, we're basically doing a celebration all friggin' month long. I've been going live almost every day, and as part of each of the videos that we do each day, down in the description, there is a master giveaway form link. I do recommend you refresh it, because Ruth let me know right at the beginning of the stream that it was the wrong link. It was the one for last week. If you go into it and it does not work, it's still not working. Okay, did you refresh your screen? Did you refresh the whole thing? Let me just double check, because I did. I'm going to see what it says in there right now. Copy and open that link and see if it works. Okay, so that one doesn't work. Why does that one not work? So you are correct. I have this turned on. I copied the link. I did the shorten the link. I did the copy the link. It's supposed to end in E6. Maybe I didn't paste it correctly. So thank you for letting me know that. Yeah, that's not the right link. Apparently it didn't save. So pasting it again, saving it again. Okay, try it again. Yeah, the link is only on YouTube. But I will go ahead and pop it into the chat. But it is for every single day we're going live. And you don't have to be watching one or the other live stream to get credit. You just need the word of the day to be able to enter. I do want to say thank you to Cheryl. Looks like she became one of my Crafty Friends members on YouTube. So thank you so much for that. I do need to see all the things. So Jenna's saying, see something on Discord. You guys, I was trying to be good and talk to Evan. Okay, I see that now. Okay, it's work. Okay, Dina says it works. Myrna says it works. Yay! I'm kind of thinking that he made that board and he's going to send it to me, and that is super sweet. I was not expecting that. He has been incredibly generous, and yeah, he's going to be sending. He's basically giving 5 of these. Yes, you did behave today. 5 of these of the Scorch paint. He is going to be giving to you guys as part of my. He sponsored the giveaways. Yeah, that's what we did. He's also doing Maker's Magic. I don't know if it's the big jars like this or if they're smaller jars or anything like that. I just know this is what I have. And I don't like how I wrote. Ruth says that D25 code is live. Fabulous. So I hope you will use my links that are down in the description. So do that. I didn't want to do another one of these though. He's got wood rounds. I know he put my name on the back, but then somebody in there was saying something about Debbie. So that's why I'm wondering. Yeah, I think that's going to be so nice. I am tickled. I am just tickled pink about that. I really am. I don't know if we're going to use it as a cutting board or not. We use cutting boards to cut meat and stuff on. I don't know that I want to do that to that board. I may have to drill a hole in the end and hang it up somewhere. Elizabeth says, I entered my word of the day. Can I win now? I can't do it right now, honey. The drawing, I am planning on doing the spinning of the wheel on Tuesday. Must open. Yes, I must open that live. I am UK. Does that mean I won't get my prize? You're going to get your prize, honey. I know that the thing says something about US and stuff, but we're going to have to see what we need to do. We will figure something out. Did you win something that I have to look at the list now? I try to do all the things for you guys, and then I still get complaints. What the heck? You guys know I love you. Did you win something already, Ruth? I think you probably did. Let me see if I can get to my page that may have the prizes on there. So Ruth won. So that's going to depend on Delise. Okay, that's going to depend on Delise. I will let her, and if you're not able to get her package, we will figure out something. Okay, don't worry, we will figure something out. Tikamo65, welcome in. I don't know if I said hello to you yet, but welcome in.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now back to our show.
Well, he did say that the code is going to be good for a little bit. So that is a good thing. I think he says until into December. So Ruth was saying she wants to get the stuff now, but she has to wait a week. Oh, Take a Moth at 65 is Tina. Hello, Tina. I know you. I've seen your name in here before. Thank you. Ruth said, thank you. That is so kind. I am definitely not complaining. Oh, no. By the way, this gets hot. Do not do this. You see what I did? I put it down on my cutting mat on my... Well, it is what it is. I put it down on my Spellbinders paper cutter, and I kind of melted it a little bit. Yeah, I know better than that. Yeah, oh no, I know, right? I didn't even know that I did it. It happens. Things happen, right? Okay, so I used one of the stencils in there, and this is it's a vinyl stencil. So I'm going to grab a different one. This is part of the stencil set that came in my big kit that he did. So what are we going to do? What do you think? Bundle. Yes, word of the day is bundle. I think I want to do Santa's workshop. Sand it down and put epoxy and the dip with glitter. Oh my God. Actually, I know I'll be able to, I pretty much just need to, well, I don't know. I'm thinking Todd can probably fix it, but even if he doesn't, this is my fault. And it's just, it is what it is. Our tools that's what they're there for. They're to be used. Not the gumdrop bundles. She's wanting the gingy. Well, I could do one on one side and one on the other. My only issue is because of this being the humidity, and the glass mat is going to have that issue with the water with the liquid coming back out, probably. So I think I will do gingy. I'll do gingy on one side, and then I'll do Santa's workshop on the other, but I'm going to wait a little bit before I do that. I'm not going to do that one today. I'll do the other side tomorrow or something. And these little stencils, he's got where you can get them. He can get the thing. Can you try the mica trick? Huh? I don't know. I'm afraid of that. Have you had a trivet on feet so it doesn't sit directly on the mat? Now that's an idea. The thing is, my trivets are kind of eh. I've actually burnt off the feet on one of them when I had it on the stove and put it on the eye of the stove instead of by mistake. Anyway, I'm actually going to clean this off a little bit more. He did not say to do this, so I can't say that it... No, I'm not. I was going to do it with alcohol. I'm not going to do that because you know what? Alcohol burns. And if I put water on there, it's just going to get more wet. I don't want to do that. But you're right. I may be able to use a trivet. I've got some glass trivets that I got from Dollar Tree that may be able to hold it up just enough. I'm going to put little Gingy right there in the middle, and I'm bringing out one of my brayers. And these are vinyl stickers, which means that basically when I did the other one, I had to pull the rest of it's basically it's multiple pieces of vinyl. It's multiple pieces of vinyl. Give me a second. I will be right back though. I'm going to go grab that trivet and we'll see how this is going to work. But y'all get to look at, you guys get to look at our little Gingy. But didn't I tell you guys that how nice he was? I mean, he is such a super nice guy. He really is. And we had so much fun at Creativation. We really did. Okay, need to take off so I put it down. There is a piece of plastic over the top. So I need to pull that plastic off. Come on. And I can tell that some of it didn't stick. Just like when we try using vinyl, right? Ooh, I know what I've got. Just like when we use vinyl. So I've got this little scraper that is good for putting vinyl onto mugs and all the things. So yeah, I'm going to use that on here to get it on there really good. And then we're going to try again. As we just want the plastic carrier sheet to come up. We do not want the vinyl sticker, which means you can make your own stickers. You can make your own stencils just using the regular vinyl you have and your, what I've used, I actually at one point used vinyl that, well, on these older ones, I used vinyl that was actually book cover vinyl from the Dollar Tree. Okay. I would say you probably want something that's going to be the removable kind because you want to be able to remove it fairly easily, right? But you also want to make sure it's going to stick well enough. So I would say you don't need permanent vinyl for this. It would not be heat vinyl, but you should be able to just use some removable vinyl to do that. And he has a video up that I saw yesterday, today, I don't know. I think it was on his TikTok, and it is Scorch Marker. That's the TikTok. I did put the link in earlier when it was asked. Thank you, Miss Elizabeth. But yeah, it's basically the same name everywhere. He is Scorch Marker on YouTube, on TikTok, all the things. But I saw one of his videos. He also does a lot of things on Instagram and Facebook, all the things. Anyway, I saw one of them where he was showing how he makes the mesh stencils. What I had noticed recently is somebody was complaining. Why complain? I don't know. But somebody was complaining that they didn't know where to get the stencil. It's like, where do we get that stencil? And it was one that basically he made. It's like, you know, you can make your own stencils, guys, but there are people that are not in our industry that don't realize that they can make their own stuff. You can make your own stencils. Your vinyl stencils, just like you would anything else you make with vinyl, but you could use die cutting machines to do that with. I've done cutting, well, this one I did it with a cutting die. Yeah, I made a vinyl stencil, used my die cutting machine, and cut it out with a die. So any of your dies, any of your card making dies, you can use for this. maybe it would be good to use old vinyl. Possibly. I mean, if you've got old vinyl that you're not going to use anyway, use it. There's nothing wrong with giving it a try. And these are just wood. So if you've got some scrap wood, and I would say practice, give it a shot, see how it's going to go before you get a nice wood board, like the one that he used today. That was so nice. But I would say practice with the stuff that you've got. There was one point where I was telling Todd that I wanted him to, as we were getting rid of all of the oak trees, I wanted him to cut some of the branches into wood rounds so I could do things with it. He didn't. But that's what I wanted to do. But I mean, you can get some cheap scraps and stuff from Home Depot, whatever, before you would invest in some of the good quality wood pieces. Just like what I talk about when we're doing things with sublimation. Practice on the cheap stuff. But no, it's not going to be as good as some of the good stuff. It's not going to be good as the good, like he's got. It's not going to be, if you go use cheaper products, your results are probably going to show it. But it's a good way to practice. It's kind of like when you're learning how to do watercolor, which I still don't know how to do. But when you're learning how to watercolor, you don't want to get artist grade watercolor paper. You're going to want to, or watercolors, until you know that it's something that you're going to love doing. I think I probably have enough of this stuff on there. You did say a thin layer. So I'm going to scrape that off of my little silicone. And literally, these have been sitting in the junk room. Where's my new paper towels? Anyway, these have been sitting in the junk room for a while. And I think it was one of the multitude of things that my mother-in-law gave me that were part of her mom's stuff when we were cleaning out stuff in Texas. So. Bye, Mel. You have a great day, honey. You have tons of vinyl scraps you can use to make smaller stencils. Absolutely. So I am just using a paper towel to get the excess off of there. And hopefully I did this right and it doesn't have any kind of bleeding underneath. I didn't get anything over on the outside. But here's another thing. Just because I've got this part of it, I could use the marker to draw other things on there. It doesn't have to be just the little gingerbread man. Yeah, I got it stuck on there really good. That adhesive is pretty strong on there. So there's the outside of it. And you could possibly use it again if you saved all the pieces, but I'm not gonna. Mostly because I don't want to fight with all those little pieces. Let me get out my weeding tool. That would probably work better. And no, I'm not good at weeding because I don't do it much. Tweezers. And I figure when I finish up with this one, then we will go, and I will be back with you guys again tomorrow at noon. Did I hide my tweets? Because I still have projects. I still have stuff I've got to get done. I told Elizabeth a little bit about it. I've still got, yeah. I did get a few things off of my list, which is good, but I still have lots of things on my list that I still need to get done before we go out of town. Okay, this is not wanting to come up. But before we go out of town, and that's going to be on, we're actually leaving on Monday. So I need to get stuff done today and tomorrow and on Saturday. Oh, today, tomorrow, and Saturday and Sunday. You enjoy the mug? Oh, good. Great. So Tamara got to see the mug project that I did for the hobby school Elves Workshop Summit that was this week. Okay. So to me, this feels like it's really sticky. Is it safe on your fingers while you remove the stencil? I don't have a problem with it. I don't think it's a problem. It looks fine. I mean, he did say that everything is basically safe. And I can't read any of the things. Thing that's not safe is don't point this in your eye. Okay. Oh, thank you, Myrna. Yay. Well, and you guys have seen me drink from that mug. You've seen me drink from that mug. I've got it in my kitchen, and I use it all the time now. It is one of my favorites. I mean, it does have Simon Hurley Santa on it, so, or rather, 2 Simon Hurley Santas. Okay, as you guys recommended, I do have this little trivet over here. And one thing that I didn't realize, and for you guys that didn't catch all of the live with him so far, he was saying that this stuff turns blue and then it turns black. So that explains why when I was doing this one, a couple of weeks ago, it turned blue first. I did not understand why. I also scraped a little bit of the paint off, I think, when I was taking off the stencil, but that's okay. And one thing I do notice, this is now rocking a little bit. That is because it is getting a little bit warped, and I think it's because it's friggin' humid here in Florida. So this is a heat gun from Scorch Marker. This one was developed by Evan. I'm going to put a little bit of heat on this side. It has 2 settings also. It's got a high and a low heat. Hear that? It's faster. You may not hear it. My cameras are really good. I can't tell from your end. What tips? I don't know. But it's like, this is one tip it has, and then you kind of put it on. I don't know. It came with it. It came with it. Yeah, I'm just going to try to make it not be as warped. Okay. So there is our little gingerbread man. I'm going to let that cool and everything. I'm going to put this down so it's standing up like that on the floor instead of on plastic things in my drawer. In the Elf Summit... Okay, Ruth, that is actually a very good question, honey. You said that in the Elf Summit, you said, don't overheat the shrink wrap. What happens if you do? I don't have a mug press or a craft oven, so haven't any of those things. Okay, so the shrink wrap, if you overheat it, it could rip. I have had that happen, and it caused, while it was in the oven, it ripped, and it basically made it so that my design ghosted all over the place. It was, the design I was trying to do was one that I got at Creativation in New Orleans that was specifically printed for that event by Craft Express, and I ruined the design. Now, I have watched enough YouTube videos and such to find out that you can sometimes, it doesn't always work, but you can put the thing back into your heat oven and just keep it going, and it can sometimes take some of those, well, like what Elizabeth was having with a little bit of the ghosting. You can make it so that the molecules of the sublimation ink let go of the polyester. I don't really know where they go, but they can go somewhere. But they sometimes will release from your project. So I was able to kind of bleach out some of the design. And that means that on a future mug, I can use something that's going to be darker to go over the top. I'm not going to be able to do anything that's really going to show white, but I am going to be able to put something over the top if I want to. So I haven't gone through that part yet. I did get it bleached out, but that was because I really think it was because I overheated. Oh no, really? Okay, we got to figure out something with that. I'll have to talk to him and see what we can figure out. Is it just that the UK shipping is so high, or just that it's only available in the US? You may be able to get it on Amazon, but you may not be able to, I don't think you won't be able to get my discount. And of course I wouldn't get you could use one of my affiliate links for Amazon in general, but you may be able to get it on Amazon. Let me see if I can find it on there. Which thing were you looking for, Ruth? The Scorch paint? Okay. Amazon UK. Chalk marker, Scorch Marker sanding kit. So I see the sanding kit is there. Let me see if there's anything else on their site. Yeah, it doesn't look like the Scorch Marker stuff is available as yet over in the UK. There are other brands, but from what I understand, some of the other brands are ones where they took his idea and ran with it, and they're not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same product. So I do see something on the UK site, 6-piece wood burning pen marker, wide tip, fade resistance, scorch pen marker for wood burning projects. Yeah, that's a big word. It's not the same thing though. It's like for £10 and it is from a company, a brand, JKOKPMG, meaning it's a Japan, probably in China where they copied his design and went with it. So it doesn't look like it, but I can talk to him and see if there's anything that we can do for folks that are out of the United States. Aw, I'm so sad, Ruth. I'll ask him about it. We'll see what we can do. I can't guarantee anything, but I can't see what he's willing to do. I'm sad. Because I don't think I mentioned to him that we have an international group here. That's kind of cute. I think I'm going to add, got my marker. Let's add some little snowflakes. And not anything special, just okay. They're not really snowflakes, they're asterisks, but it works. Yeah, let's do another little one over here. And I'm going to go ahead and heat it up again to get all of those. Going to hobby school now. I've been away all day. Hot cocoa and learn time. Yes, ma'am. Well, have fun. And thank you so much for popping in. I'll be back again tomorrow. So yeah, these here I made using stencils that I made out of, let's see, this one. This one was an SVG, that was an SVG, that was an SVG. And these I think were actually die cut. So those were die cut ones, and it was just using the stuff I had. And this was just with markers. This was with he said that he's redone the formula for the markers, so I'm really excited to get a hold of that. Time tomorrow is, oh yeah. I'll be live tomorrow at noon Eastern, just like normal. And then I won't be back for a live stream until the 3rd. Okay. So we will not be live next week. I'm going to try to do one on Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that, first part of the week, to do drawings. But I'm not going to do any crafting. At least that's not the plan right now. So we're going to see. I'm going to be out of town, and I'm really going to try to relax and spend the time with my in-laws. My father-in-law has been in the hospital for over a month, so we do want to spend some time with him. And this has to do with his, a lot of you guys know he had thyroid cancer a few years back. He had multiple surgeries, so the cancer's gone, but he's had multiple. Okay, Mel says, is die cutting expensive to get into? I already sunk a bunch of money into Cricut everything and sublimation, among other things. So with die cutting, what you basically need is you need a die cutting machine, which I think, depending on which one you get, I recommend the ones from Spellbinders. Those are the ones I like. And there are lots of designs that come out for you to be able to die cut. And so it's individual things. Everything with any kind of hobby, it does add up. It definitely does add up. I love my die cuts. I got a scan and cut because I wanted to do, well, I didn't want to have to get a die cut. I didn't want to have to get the die for every single stamp. So I got my scan and cut so that I would be able to stamp and then run it through there and have it cut all the things out for me. I like die cutting now, and I use my die cutting machine more often than I do my ScanNCut. But I've also got a Cricut Joy, and it's sitting right over there. So it really just depends on what you like. If you control myself, but we know that's not happening. I would say, let me show you what I've got here. And Elizabeth is going to say, yes, she loves it too. This one is going to be a cheaper one. It is smaller, which means you're not going to be able to do some of the big dies. But for the majority of what you're going to do, this little guy is probably the perfect size. So this one is from Simon Curley. The top sides pop down. You've got your little platform that goes through there, and you're going to be able to do your die cutting with that. And it's one of those things that it just takes a little time. This is the Simon Hurley Scout from Spellbinders. So Elizabeth knew exactly what I was going to say. But yeah, I've got the little Simon Hurley Scout, and it does work for a lot of things like sentiments, anything that's going to be, well, in this amount of space. And to be honest, most of the stuff that goes on cards is in that little bit of space. I was good this time. I put this on the floor instead of in my drawer. I put so much stuff in my drawer that it didn't even dawn on me. Bye, Miss Sharon. You have a good one, honey. I do appreciate you guys being here so late with me. I really do. And this time I turned it on high heat because I kept forgetting that I should. So I can go ahead and get those little pieces knocked out. And I think I see a little bit of ash having come off my little gingerbread guy. Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave it, and we're going to say that that's going to be done, but isn't it cute? So this is going to be a cute ornament. You've been with me most of the day? Awesome, honey. Thank you. Deborah says, I said I was leaving, but I keep watching. You just want it all. It don't have space for it. Exactly. I know. Exactly. Okay, guys, I am going to clean up my mess and start working on a couple of videos that I need to get recorded. Or I might play Fortnite. I need to get, okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal. You know what starts on the 1st of December? On the 1st of December, we've got Spellbinders Clubs. That's number one. I've already got my first video recorded for that. We've also got the beginning of the Advent calendar from Spellbinders, the Crafty Advent. I need to get at least the first two videos recorded for you guys. Yes, birthday celebration. So yeah, for Elizabeth, it's her birthday celebration starting on the 1st of the month. I'm not going to be here next week. So that means what I've decided to do is push things back a little bit. So next week, I may have a couple of things that you can do. I'm going to try to get some things done if I have time to get it done between now and Wednesday. I mean, that now and Sunday. I'm really going to try to get that done. So, hey, Cheryl, welcome. So I am going to try to have some content up for you guys because you're going to be in withdrawal because I'm not going to be here at noon.
It's delicious, Danielle_Vegas.
So we're going to try to do that. But I am pushing back the giveaway stuff to the following week so you don't lose that 4th week of November because I'm not going to be here for the 4th week of November. So we're going to be doing it on the 1st week of December. Okay. So we're going to have Advent calendar stuff. We're going to have new stuff from Spellbinders all during that first week. We're going to have me on Elizabeth's channel. We're going to have Elizabeth on my channel. We're going to be doing all the things. I have not opened the calendar yet. I need to, I was planning on getting that recorded today and haven't done it yet. And Tina is saying she has 2 different kinds of Spellbinders Advent calendars. Exactly. There is the stitching one that I did not get. There is the crafty one, which I did get. So I need to make stuff with at least the first 2 days and get that recorded so I can get it edited so that it's going to be for you guys. So yeah, I thought I wasn't going to have that much to do in the next couple of weeks. And then I looked at my calendar yesterday morning and it's like, oh, I forgot. Uh-oh, I have all the advent calendar stuff coming up all December too. So I'm going to be live every day. So the plan is I will be going live from the 3rd through the 25th, I think we're going out of town before that, which means I'll have some recorded videos for that time that I'm going to be gone. But almost every day in December, I'm going to be going live again. Tamara says, content idea while you're away, 30-minute create and post your results, or create an ATC and share. My problem is that I'm going to be out of town without Crafty supplies. I'm thinking about bringing some stuff, but I also know that every single vacation I've taken with my in-laws and my hubby and stuff, they get kind of irritated that I don't actually spend any time with them. We usually go to Austin, and that's the plan for December. This time we're going to Ohio, where it's going to be friggin' cold, and I don't have any Crafty supplies up there. I do have some supplies like regular cardstock, paper trimmer, some pattern paper. I do have some things in Texas. I do not have the things in Ohio. And we're not planning on... Elizabeth is building a pyramid on Twitch. We're not planning on bringing a ton of stuff. We usually just try to take what we can bring in a carry-on so that we don't have to sit and wait for a checked bag. But it's going to be cold, so we may have to do both. Yes, I'm going to be marooned in Ohio without my survival kit. But it also means that I actually have to step back and rest a little bit because I am very bad about working the whole time. Most vacations, I'm editing videos. That's what I've done. That's where I get all the recording done, and then I would do the editing. So I may still do that. I know, right, Terry? I don't like that it's supposed to be cold up there. But right now, it does look like, though, that I'm going to get to meet Elizabeth. So, yay. You can always nap on. I spend all my time at my desk. So, the plan right now is me and Elizabeth are going to get to meet. We're talking about doing lunch on Sunday, a week from Sunday. So, hopefully we'll have pictures or something. And we're probably going to be playing Fortnite on Saturday, because a week from Saturday on the 29th, because there's a big Fortnite event that's going to happen. So we want to do that. So anyway, I do know that I think it was Linda. Somebody else said that they were in Ohio, and I need to find out how far you are from us so that we could see, how we can hook up. Mel, I really don't have the time to. I wish I did. Mel wants to know, what other games do you play? She's a huge gamer. Yeah. Right. Mostly I play things like, I've got this zombie thing on my phone. It's a zombie miner game. It's stupid that I don't really have to think about. I've got one that is a bus car jam that's on my phone. But what I have played on Twitch has been Placid Plastic Ducks, which you guys love. I don't know what we're going to eat yet. We're just talking about that we're going to do it. Don't have to think about what are the best games. Yeah, the Ducks. You guys love the Ducks. I've played Fortnite on there. I have played Disney Dreamlight Valley, and it's probably been a year since the last time I went on that one. My husband initially got me into Oblivion, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and I've played most of Skyrim, and I would have to start it over again. Neither of those have been played on stream. So, and I haven't had time to do it. I barely have any time to try to play Fortnite. Lately, I've been playing Fortnite only when I get done with whatever I'm working on and I'm too tired to do the next thing. And then I pop in there and try to play a little bit. And I do want to try to get the rest of the Battle Pass before the end of it. And don't know if it's going to happen because part of that time I'm going to be in airports or spending time at the hospital with my father-in-law, because who knows if he's going to actually be getting out before the end of next week. Games have been on the back burner. Yep. Yes. Turbo craft mode. Absolutely. And we have a lot of fun, and we've been having a lot of fun here. So I am very appreciative of all you guys coming here. I have to go though. I have to tell y'all bye. Next year, they will be coming out with a game that is a crossover between Pokemon and Animal Crossing. I did try to do I forgot what it was called. There was some kind of a Pokemon Go type of game. It wasn't Pokemon Go, but it was some kind of thing. And I played that for a little bit and then I got bored. it's just what it is. It's like I would only see it if I went out for a walk and I got bored trying to follow this thing and being afraid I was going to get hit by a car because I was following this little critter that was running. So let me go ahead and do the credits, and then we are going to say goodbye. It's been an hour and a half. That's kind of normal. It's actually short, but anyway. So do want to thank all of you guys. So thank you to all of my regular supporters. You guys are my YouTube members and Twitch subs. Thank you so much. And thank you for always subscribing to my channel and doing all of the things. Hey, Bethany. And thank you to everybody who's been chatty in the chat. And thank you for giving so much. You guys gave so much love to Evan. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. You guys were awesome. And he is doing so much for us. I mean, that was just wonderful. Thank you guys so much for being so considerate and having wonderful questions and showing him so much love. Yeah. I mean, I want to have more people like that come on. So I'm going to try to do that more. And it looks like it's something that you guys want. Is that something you guys are going to have to tell me? Is that something that you want? I think you want to use your crafty supplies and find more creative ways that you can do it. And I really think that this is one of those ways. I really do. What else? I always say thank you. That's all I can say. You guys mean the world to me. I really appreciate it. By the way, if you're not already a member on my channel, besides getting the shout out during the roll credits, you also get to hang out with me on Tuesday nights when we do our members only pre-show. So if you're not a member, go ahead and join that. I'm also working on a membership site that is separate, and that is called Spark. If you want information on that, just type !Spark in the chat. There is a free membership. There is also a paid membership that includes the last 12 months of my workshops that I do monthly. Anyway, you guys speak or spake. But thank you for the effort, Jen. Okay, guys, you have a wonderful night. I will see you guys tomorrow. And that's going to be at noon Eastern. And I'll be sending out email and all the things about that. I don't have a guest on tomorrow, so it's going to be just me. But we will find something crafty to play with. I think I'll probably make some Christmas cards because I kind of need Christmas cards. Yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Love ya.